people. Many a times, we are more interested in people's attitude towards us. We are more interested in people's attitude towards us than our own attitude towards other persons. This thing happens for relationships. You're only interested in your partner's attitude towards you. You're only interested in your worker's attitude towards you. Do you ask yourself, what is my own attitude towards my workers? What is my own attitude towards my spouse? The friction that we are having, the misunderstanding we are having. Could it be that I am the cause? Is very possible. Is very possible. If you recall, at the point in his ministry, Jesus asked, who do people say I am? Who do people say I am? And of course, some said, oh, they say you are Elijah, or they say you are one of the prophets. But did you observe that none of them said to him, they say you're a drunk, you're a friend of tax collectors, so they don't want to say that because they don't want to offend him. And sometimes too, we only tell people what they want to hear, but we don't tell them the truth. And when people tell us the truth, we take offense. Yes, it's possible that what they say about us may not be correct. It's very possible. But sometimes too, it's also possible that your expression gives a conclusion of their impression. Your expression gives a conclusion of their word, of their impression. So that is why an evaluation becomes very important for a healthy Christian life. An evaluation. What kind of fruit do I bear? Wherever I enter, wherever I find myself, are people happy or people are scared? Are people happy or people are running away? Wherever I find myself. You know, in the seminary, before our evening prayer, there's always a time for examination of conscience. The reason why examination of conscience becomes very important for every Christian, especially every day, is that before you go to bed, it's good you take few minutes or few seconds. You could do that lying down and have a rethink of all that happened throughout the day. Oh, today I had to quarrel with somebody. Today I fought with somebody. Today I had this exchange word with somebody. Today this happened. Today this person did something to me. Ask myself, what this thing that happened, what actually really happened? What was the cause? Was I the cause? Because it's very possible, because sometimes in anger, we do not see clearly any longer. In anger, we may not judge rightly. It's also possible that that thing that happened, I have a part to play. And the examination of conscience gives you that opportunity. After having this evaluation, you might even discover that you were actually the fault. And it takes a great deal of humility to say, I am what? Sorry. That is why it becomes important. So that it helps you the next day. When you have done this, when you have examined yourself thoroughly and said, oh, maybe this thing happened, how do I avoid? Okay, fine. If it is the other person that did this, how do I avoid this from happening again? Okay, next time if I wake up the next day, I will act this way. I will do this way. Let me see if I can bring smiles in the faces of people again. Maybe in my society, in my organization, wherever I am. Dear friends, what kind of fruit do you bear? Remember, fruitlessness invites what? Disaster. If your presence in a place does not make an impact, your absence will be what? Meaningless. If your presence in a place does not make an impact, Like in the first mass, I was talking about those who can sing. I think the announcer made mention of choristers. And I remember as I observed in the church that there are some songs that the choir will tune. You will see people singing these songs. And when they sing this song beautifully, you know that they were choristers in one way or the other. But why have you not joined the choir? Why have you refused to use your gift in the church? Maybe because of the nature of your work, you can still find time. Because gifts are given to you to be used for the glory of who? Of God. If you don't use your gift to the glory of God, who will you use them for? For Shali Popo or Shali Poppy? Is that what you want to use your glory for? Or maybe Otumeche power? Is that what you want to use your glory for? Which one do you want to use your glory for? Liquid metal and Dabochi. That is why you see people now harmonizing the songs very well. But your gift is to sing. There are many of you who can play the instrument very well. And there are many of you who are tech guys in this church. Who are studying this computer very well. You can contribute, bring ideas to see how to make the community you are in a lively and meaningful one. Yes, the church may not have all the money to pay you. Yes, it has been how much they pay me. The instrument that they pay, how much they pay me. Really. Maybe you want to find yourself in one church like that. Maybe some of these are Pentecostal brothers, you know, they have a way of hitting so many persons. They will tell you, if you don't do these things with tithes for you, tithe you. And I think one pastor said sometime that tithe should not be 10%, it should be 20% because things are increasing. See now. And by the time they tell you, and all the offerings, and the offering that you carry it up, show it. But sometimes here in the church, that crumbling begins. But when you find yourself in a desperate situation, it's a true life story of how a certain man then left the church because he had issues. He had financial crisis. He was thinking that somebody was pursuing him. Until they took him to one church. And immediately he got there, he was telling me after he came back. He said immediately when he got there, they told him that he was going to pay for consultation. To see the pastor, really? And here people have been disturbing me in the office without paying. We'll start paying now. And he paid. And after booking, he paid a good sum of money. He had to go and borrow to pay. He got into the bed. Immediately he entered the office. They told him, you have to sow a seed before you see. You are there already. A seed to see. And after he finished sowing, and after seeing, as he was going, you have to make a thanksgiving offering before you go. And now they have to do prayer for him. Say they are going to do how many days fasting, but he has to pay, to energize those who are going to join in the fasting. And so this person take to sell land because he may find solution to do with it problem. And after that again, for him to come back again to see, he has to book another scene. And in the church, he had to be donating and donating and donating. This was somebody while we were in the parish. If they say, oh, efforts of religion, what are they doing? He came back crying. And for the very simple thing I did, you see, like I said, what I pray to God for is not just casting and binding, it's not all. I pray the gift I desire so much is the gift of discernment. See, I don't want all those popularities though. But what? Discernment. Because this has actually, many of us have gone astray. It was like that the young man talked about, he said, since he married his wife, because he was also suspecting the wife, that since he's married his wife, things are not turning around. Now, how many years have you been in marriage? You've been in marriage for, I think, about 15 years, I think 10 to 15 years. Oh, really? How many picking he gets? He gets, I think, 5 picking. Okay. So before I married, everything was going well. After you married, what happened? And you forgot that once you marry, Responsibility has started. Hope you know. By the time you born one, Pampers day, school fees day. You born two, Pampers is day, school fees is day. You born three, Pampers is day, school fees is day. You born four. Now, what do you do? And all this while, when you got married, you didn't want your wife to do anything. You wanted her to be your uncle. Now, look at what I did. I said, okay, fine. Nigeria of 15 years ago and Nigeria of today, is it the same thing? How much is it total? Come on. Come on. I told the man, okay, give me your statement of account. I think that was from 2000 and that thing happened from 2019-20. He said, just draw your statement. He brought it. And little then, God will discover that all this while, after this guy got married, he was not cutting his coat according to his size. He was chilling with the big boys. Anytime they went for any function, you know, Odoga Broga man, you know, as they are going to lodge, you also pay. The 50,000 naira you are going to pawn one night, one evening. If you are giving your wife that money, she's going to keep that house for 2 months. I mean, I like that. Wait, I mean that time. No, we're talking about the past, not the present. Yes. At least that time. Not now. This happened some years ago, but not now. So, time to analyze these things and told him, see, you had the opportunity when you were with money to make investments. You did not. You had the opportunity to build up something for your wife doing. You did not. Now, things have changed. Things are no longer the way it used to be. And you became so obsessed with the fact that your wife is responsible. And because of your obsession, you prefer to be going out. And there is no way you go out you don't spend. That thing you think that you would have saved, you are what? Spending it. And when you come back, you see a poor woman, you still put a blame on her. Okay, now which school you're picking to go? One big school. Your child must not go to one big school. Put your child in a school where you know you can what? Afford. See, don't think that it is the name of a school that makes a child intelligent. No way. No be the name they make pikin intelligent. No be the name they make pikin intelligent. My dear friends, the point I'm trying to make is that in our desperate situations, we are always giving the devil room to use us as objects of what? Caricature. In conclusion, this man practically spent everything he had. And when he spent everything he had, even the place he went to could not give him any comfort. That was even the heat of the COVID-19. I still remember in Abajo, during the COVID-19, every Sunday, I was asking for money. Because every week, I was buying curry and rice that we were sharing to people. Every week. Until one of my sisters told me that at a working place, and one of the workers said, I learned that your brother they give rice, I beg, come give us some. And I asked her, when a pastor they give in a church people. He said, no, now we supposed to give our pastors. Okay. Father work not to give. Pastor work not to do anything. Oh yes. Okay. I didn't know about it now. I said, really? Oh, my dear friends, we need to be very, very mindful. You see the reason why I said that when you find yourself in critical situations, be very careful to the voice you listen to. Be very what? Careful to the voice you do what? You're listening to. Not every voice is there to correct you. There's one person you can run to. Just go to him. You may not have all the solutions. You may not have your problems solved at that moment. But I tell you, there is something you go home with you never can tell. Even St. Paul, who was a great preacher of the word, had his own share of this suffering. So much so that he complained, but he was full. My grace is what? Sufficient for you. The will of God will not take you to a place or put you in a position. His grace will not accompany you. Child of God, remember our slogan for this year: make extra words efforts. Make extra words efforts. Cut off from him, you can absolutely do what? Nothing. No matter how tough life presents itself, please don't cut off from Jesus. If there's nothing else you should go home with this. No matter how tough life presents itself, please don't do what? Cut off from Jesus. I need thee every hour, most precious Lord. Oh, tell thou voice like thine, can peace come from? I need thee, oh, I need every hour I need thee. Oh, bless me now, my Savior, I come to thee. I need thee every hour. Stay thou near temptations down when thou art found. I need thee, I need. Everybody on our feet. Oh, I need thee. Every hour I need thee. Oh, bless me now, my Savior, I come to thee. I need thee in joy or in pain. In joy or pain. Come quickly and abide. Come quickly and abide. All life is vain. All life is vain. Lord, we need thee. I need thee. Oh, I need If you have an evaluation of your life, if you have an evaluation of your life now, how are you going to rate yourself? How are you going to rate yourself? It's something we need to ask ourselves. What kind of fruit do I produce? Do I align myself with God? Do I make every effort to always have a commune with Him? In 2 days, we enter the month of May, the month of the Holy Rosary. And I want to remind you that on Wednesday, the 1st of May, coincidentally, that's the day we have our Wednesday adoration. Please don't fail to attend. It's the first day in the month of May. Make yourself available. Let's have some communion with Jesus. Let's listen to what He has to say to us. Let us just come and worship Him and tell Him, thank you for the gift of a new month. And on Friday, the first Friday in the month of May, let's come and adore Him again. And say, Lord, we know that cut off from You, we can do nothing. We do not know what the month of May holds, but we know who is responsible for the month of May. On Friday last week, many persons who left their homes did not come back. We don't know what's going to happen. It is not just living long life, but living a good life. And not just living a good life, but living a good life in the Lord. Let us make efforts. Let us make efforts. Let us open our hearts to Him, hold on to Him, trust Him, and our life will be fruitful. But I assure you one thing, your pains, your tears will end in praise. I believe in God, the Father, the Almighty,